Hello, friends. Hope you are doing good and learning something from my videos. This video is continuation of the last video in which we discuss about combustion process in the boiler. In this video, I'll tell you about working of boiler burners and different types of burners which are installed on the boilers. So let's begin and see what all types of burners are there and how the burner works. Combustion of residual fuel in boiler furnace. In a marine boiler, oil-fired burner is normally used with diesel or heavy fuel oil as burning fuel. The fuel to be used has to be clean and with correct temperature and viscosity for rapid combustion. This is to ensure that the fuel is at right atomization that will turn the fuel into micro droplets for efficient combustion. Temperature is a critical factor during combustion as a lower than normal temperature will lead to increase in size of droplets, resulting in poor combustion and producing soot and smoke. If the fuel temperature is too high, the droplets will be too small, causing rapid burning of fuel near the boiler tip. So let's see how the boiler operation takes place. So the combustion air. Burners are provided with a fan which is tailored to produce high and steady air pressure. This is required to get flawless ignition and good combustion in combustion chamber. A servo motor controls the amount of air fed according to the amount of fuel combusted. Pre-ventilation, purging and ignition. Burner runs through pre-ventilation and purging period before ignition. During pre pre-ventilation period, burner fan is run with full load setting to exhaust explosive fumes from the boiler. Purging period flushes the nozzle wall. The nozzle wall is preheated and the oil temperature controller ensures adequate temperature has been reached for the fuel atomizing. During purging period, solenoid valve, which is normally closed, is closed. That is this valve, and solenoid valve, which is normally open, and the main solenoid valve, which is normally closed, are open, like this valve and these two valves. So during this time, oil does not flow through the control circuit but only to the nozzle wall. Oil enters like this and then it flows like this. So this is the fourth path followed during purging. After end of purging period, servo motor turns to position of ignition load and the solenoid valve which is normally closed opens and solenoid valve which is normally open closes. That is, this valve which is normally closed gets open and this valve which is normally open get closed. So the oil flows like this and this and this. The oil pressure begins to take effect on the nozzle control circuit. The oil flows from the nozzle, sparks between the ignition electrode ignites the oil spraying from the nozzle. Now last is atomizing. During burner operation, the capacity controller drives the servo motor which drives the oil regulator and air damper between the partial load and full load according to the capacity demand. If the burner shuts down, solenoid valve which is normally closed and the main solenoid valve closes. this wall and this wall, they both get closes. The solenoid valve, which is normally open, opens, and this valve gets open. Oil pressure is released from the nozzle valve. The oil pressure which is there, it gets released when boiler is shut down. The nozzle valve spring back closes the needle valve in the nozzle and closes the oil flow in the nozzle. The oil quantity to be burned is regulated by means of oil regulator by throttling the oil return flow. This is the oil regulator. It controls the quantity of oil to be injected, sorry, to be provided for the particular load. To get the sufficient viscosity for the fuel atomizing, the temperature is raised with a preheater. The temperature of the heated oil is controlled electronically. So this is the heater. Its temperature is controlled electronically. Then atomizing pressure is provided by the burner oil pump. This is the burner oil pump. It provides pressure for atomization. Now let's see different types of burners. Fuel oil burners are designed to ensure that fuel is at right atomization that will turn the fuel into micro droplets and project the droplets into furnace as spinning cone for efficient combustion. This is achieved in different types of burners. They are pressure jet burner, spill type pressure jet burner, air or steam blast atomizers, and last is rotary cup burner. Let's discuss one by one. First is pressure jet burners. This type of burner uses the pressure of the oil to create atomization and rotating spray. The fuel at the correct viscosity passes down the center passage of the burner barrel to swirl plate, where the pressure energy is converted into tangential velocity energy. The fuel issuing from the swirl plate into the vortex chamber is caused to spin at a very high velocity. The fuel is then passed through the orifice plate where it is atomized into small particles. These particles of fuel are then sprayed into the furnace in a high velocity spinning cone. So oil enters from center of the barrel. It passes through the swirl plate. It increases the tangential velocity. This is the vortex chamber where the spinning velocity is very high, and after vortex chamber it passes through the orifice which leads to atomization. Atomization of the fuel also mainly depends upon the flow rate of the fuel from the burner's end. The difference in the pressure of the fuel before and after the nozzle controls the flow rate of the fuel from the burner. If the pressure is allowed to drop, then the atomization will become less effective. So, the difficulty with this arrangement is that a fairly constant pressure is required to achieve atomization. This leads to a problem of controlling the amount of fuel passing through the burner and hence varying firing rate, that is turn down ratio. So in this burner it is very difficult to control the firing rate, that is variable loads on this type of burners is not possible. So this type of burners are used where a constant firing rate is required. They are mostly two-step control and cannot be modulated, but some modifications can be done. So to overcome this problem, this type of burner is supplied with different size of nozzles having different diameter of orifice, which can be interchanged as per the flow rate of the fuel and boiler steam load. Then the second type is the spill type. Spill type pressure jet burner. The only difference is there is a return line from the vortex chamber. This is the return line. So let's see the problem with the varying firing rate or turn down ratio encountered with a constant pressure jet burner was partially overcome by allowing some of the fuel oil to spill back from the burner tip. By this means, constant pressure can be maintained on the burner tip, leading to efficient atomization, but the volume of the fuel passing through the tip can be controlled by allowing a varying percentage to be leaked off and recirculated. The recirculation process has the added advantage of enabling heavier fuel oils to be maintained at correct temperature for atomization. So, a recirculating line is provided so that the flow can be controlled. Sorry. Third is air or steam blast atomizing burner. Working of this type of burner is similar to that of the pressure jet with an addition of high pressure steam or air supply arrangement. The burner barrel has two borings, in the inner one through which passes steam and an outer one through which passes oil. The steam and the fuel meets at the atomizing nozzle where fuel exits into high velocity jet of steam passing over through a series of angle ports in the nozzle. The velocity of the steam breaks the fuel into fine droplets and throws the atomized mist out into the furnace as swing cone. So what happens in this burner? Steam is passed through the center of the bore and oil is passed on the outer bore and they both meet over here. The pressure of the steam atomizes the oil and it supplies atomized oil to the furnace. The atomization of the fuel in this type of burner relies solely on the constant velocity energy of the steam rather than varying pressure energy of the fuel. Thus, this type of burner can accommodate a much wider change in firing rate than the pressure burner and modulating control can be used. The drawback with this type of burner is that it requires a constant supply of steam which is subsequently lost into the furnace and uptake. This increases the plant water consumption. Normally, air is used during initial starting of the burner and then steam takes over. Atomizing air must be used when firing on light diesel to avoid the steam vaporizing the diesel. So, controlling the firing rate is very easy as it can oil quantity can be easily regulated because the steam pressure the atomization happens from the pressure of the steam. So it's very simple to accommodate for decrease in pressure, oil pressure. The third is rotary cup burner. The rotating cup burner uses a principle of centrifugal force to increase the velocity of the fuel and thus achieve atomization. The burner unit comprises a heat resistant steel cup which is fixed to the end of the shaft that is rotated at high speed by an electric motor. The cup is tapered from front to back. Fuel is passed under slight pressure into the back of the cup where it is propelled to the front lip at a high speed by centrifugal force generated by the spinning cup. So this is the cup. It is rotated at very high speed by using this motor. Oil is injected over here. As the fuel escapes at high velocity into the furnace, it is atomized by the front edge of the cup. So front edge atomizes the oil which is injected. The motor driven shaft is also used to drive the combustion air fan. The same motor is also used to drive the air fan which supplies primary air at the outside edge of the cup. Here it meets the spray of atomized fuel coming from inside edge, thus providing intimate mixing of the fuel and air. As this type of burner relies on atomizing effect of the spinning cup, modulating control of firing rate can be achieved by varying the quantity of the fuel flowing into the cup. The drawback with this type of burner is that it is really not suitable for use with light fuel oils. Heavy fuel oils tends to form deposit on edge of the cup, and this interferes with the atomization. So thank you friends. This was a video on type of burners which are there, which are installed on the boilers. So thank you, take care, have fun.